Living in squalor conditions, Corner Princess Park and Nanasita Streets is the place this group of homeless people call home. Most of them make a living from recycling activities. 32-year-old Martin Chitsa, now mired in an aimless unemployability after being wheelchair-bound. Chitsa says he fell from a step ladder whilst on duty in 2019, and since then, life hasn't been the same.
You hustle. You just hustle. You don't do much. I'm struggling a lot. That's why I ended up here in the streets.
Together with women and children, all living in these deplorable conditions. But others say the situation is worsened by properties which they allege to be hijacked.
People, they're going around forging, and especially those who come outside. Yeah, it's them. Like the one I was staying on a house, she's come from Cameroon, imagine, and she got 4 houses in a flat, hijacked. You see? So that's, if the government can intervene on that one, maybe even us we can get places to stay and shelters.
Tshwane Municipality's Schubert Park buildings, previously hijacked by criminals who extorted rents from tenants. While hijacked properties reportedly belong to the city or privately owned, officials say none of its properties have been hijacked.
The city has at least 46,000 assets situated in all 7 regions. We do not have any building or property that is hijacked. To ensure protection of the city's property portfolio, the city has obtained a blanket court order that will enable law enforcement to evict anyone that occupies or intends to occupy the city's property.
Mashego says the refurbishment of the buildings have been delayed by a litigation case between itself and the appointed developer, whom they are now settling the matter with. Action SA, however, differs on this matter.
There is no single city centre in Gauteng which does not have a hijacked building, as Action SA recently highlighted with the Primrose hijacking matter, where we helped to get an undocumented foreign national arrested. Action SA does not believe the matter is receiving the attention it deserves. That is why our City of Johannesburg caucus, for example, is compiling a list of hijacked buildings in the Johannesburg inner city for the province to take urgent action against.
Last month, the EFF exposed what it called a major contravention of municipal bylaws and misuse of municipal property. The Red Berets found more than 100 bedroom-like apartments built on municipal property in Sunnyside. They indicated that the matter would be raised in council. But while Human Rights Commission acknowledges the daily influx of migrants in Gauteng, it says the law must apply.
We note that with the number of people coming into the province, the city is just unable to respond to the needs as those needs increase on a daily, even on a weekly basis. So that's why we end up with the challenge that we end up having. And it is the responsibility of institutions such as the Human Rights Commission, with our oversight role, to make sure that where there are such challenges, that the city is able to adequately respond to them within the confines of what the law currently says.
But for hijackings, while syndicates make fortune out of this, it becomes a huge loss for owners who end up with outstanding rates and taxes which exceed the actual value of the properties incurred while they were unlawfully occupied. SABC News, Pretoria.